Hey everyone, I'd like to share with you guys my Cowl induction mod I did on my 2024 RZR XP 1000. Okay, there's a lot of heat that builds up in these cabs. There's really no kit out there yet. Some aftermarkets are taking a lot of my ideas and trying to run with them. But it comes down to a really simple idea here, guys, and I'd like to share that with you if you'd be interested in trying something like this on your machine. So after the long haul here and all the R&D work, a lot of 3D printing, a lot of testing, all these different fans. You got Spall fans here, up to 400 CFM. You got all the air duct designs that were mounted up underneath the dash. You got a valve assembly for easy swap, the hot and cold side here. You got templates that are made. This is the best brushless fan we come up with. It moves about 225 CFM air, makes a little noise. Here's the best Spall, basically a transmission fan. Way too noisy, heavy. This is by far the best. So Spall makes this paddle fan here. They make it with a guard on it too, but it'll move 375 worth of airflow CFM. Easy, nice little wire harness we come up with. But ultimately, it's too noisy yet to run. Ultimately, this is just a blockage in the flow path now from the Cowl induction air. So this is about 375 CFM, but our Cowl induction is overwhelming it by far. So we removed it. There's nothing to buy here, guys. There's just a simple idea that everybody can take and do what they want with. Lots of R&D work, guys. Been working on this project for a long time and visiting with a lot of vendors and stuff. And I know there's a lot of ideas that are going to be out there. I've talked to a ton of individuals between all the forums, all the different vendors here on this machine and the setups that have been used. So we tried ram air. So we built a big ram air mount up here, made a plate down low, brought air into the mound up here. And the ram air it works pretty good, but it's just not enough of an opening yet. So Cowl induction has been around for a long time. The automotive industry uses it. It's on all your vehicles, right? It's bringing in air into the cabin. So back in here, you can see we got all of the 2-inch holes are in here. This panel's cut straight back. So ultimately you come off this front edge and you measure back 10.5 inches. Make a pencil mark on each side, guys, and use some tape, painter's tape. Run it up here, make a nice line with painter's tape. You can use a snips or a 4-inch little thin cutoff wheel. A little tape to make that line up there, but ultimately 10.5 inches from here to here. This has been tried many times. We cut it all the way up until here now, and this is by far the best. So it's a nice straight cut. Still got a good look to it yet. You won't have this print anymore. You won't make that cut. You use the regular screws that are in here because you're not switching hot to cold that often. But if you want, these are on Amazon. They're just little quick clips, so work pretty good too. So we had Cowl induction on the back side and ram air up on this front side for a while too, trying to bring the cool air down and bring it past the firewall in here. Had a heat shield. There's really not a lot of room for a heat shield. It's a pain to get in there. Took all that back out. It doesn't make enough of an effect. So we tried bringing cool air in on the front side, and then we tried the Cowl induction on the back side. But there's really no effect change here. This is by far the biggest change. It's plenty, and it gives you the hot or cold option. So no more air ducts. Nothing done for the wiring, nothing's underneath the dash. Underneath the dash, guys, it's all open. It's all open now in this cavity. For the Inferno heaters are probably by far the nice dry heat you're gonna need. Good CFM. This is all open now. This is where that Cowl induction air is gonna come in to the machine. It drops in here right to the floorboards into this negative. So not only you have the high pressure off that windshield there, you have the negative draft in here from the doors. And it pulls that air down in here, guys, and it's hard to read CFM on it. So just to be honest, it's a lot of CFM. Like I said, the Spall fan's 375, and you can turn it off, and it just overwhelms it. So with all the air duct and stuff back out of here, I'd like to say it doubled. There's a lot of airflow now that moves in here, and you don't have to be going fast, like 5 miles an hour, and it starts coming in. And you drive 60, 70 miles an hour, guys, and it's pushing a lot of airflow in here. You may need at times, if it's cool out, put some of the rubber plugs in one of those 4 holes or 2, or You can have extra plugs and plug them all off if you need to, both sides, but you can mix those around. So ultimately, guys, you'll need some of this foam weather stripping here. It's a closed cell, self-adhesive on one side. And you'll need some of these rubber plugs off Amazon or eBay. They're a 2-inch silicone rubber plug. So I bought a bag here, it's got 10 in it, but you can just get 4 for the one side, or just use Gorilla Tape until you get these plugs, or until they come in to plug off the holes. But so after you cut your panel, you trim your panel back. So you'll take these screws out, or your quick clips here. This panel, you'll put this seal tape across the whole thing here. So you'll run it all the way across, 2 rows, and that goes right where this ledge is here. It'll run all the way across. So it's gonna keep the hot air from pushing and mixing in here back on the cold side. So you'll also take this screw out. You'll probably have this off to do some sealing here. You got a seam down here. Caulk this little seam here so the heat doesn't push in. We'll go over that later on a different video. But you'll take that screw out, and you want to put a piece of this foam back in here, all the way down along that mound there. That makes sure that the hot air here can't push up into this area. It's all the way past here. The warm air is coming out way over here. And then your seal will come across this whole thing. It'll lay across this mound and seal this side off really well. You can see the seals over on this side too. These are the quick pins off Amazon. Flip that nut around, drill a hole directly on the other side of there. Bolt it in from the back side. And these little pins here, they've been working really good, guys. Had them on for 500 miles. Dirt, dust, it washes out, they still work good. Cheap off Amazon. Or just use the screws that it comes with. You don't have to switch this that often. So here I got this little gate assembly so I could switch it from hot side to cold side from the top without removing that panel, but a little bit you have to do that because you have the cold side open most of the time anyways. You're just gonna take a 2-inch hole saw, and you'll put that hole saw in here. You'll evenly space your holes, mainly to the top side of this mound, and you'll trace around them with a marker until you're happy. Measure this out and get all these evenly spaced, all 4 of them. You'll come in through, so you'll drill, line up your first hole, you'll drill, and you'll keep the drill coming in from the front. Keep it to the top side so these holes stay up on this top edge. You want to leave as much of a lip on the bottom here in this trough as you can. That way any moisture or rainwater coming off this windshield, it'll run down into this trough and out these drains. So when you come through, just keep the hole saw to the top side. There's a little indent in this area, so when you lay them out on the front, you want to make sure you have enough space here to clear this little indent piece. That's where the factory wiper washer would go if you have that in the panel. So evenly space them. You're going to have 4 nice 2-inch holes on this side, and you'll be able to put the rubber plugs. You'll be able to take the rubber plugs. You'll block the hot air side off most of the time, but in the cool weather, when you want to pull in a bunch of hot air from the radiator area, you'll take these plugs and you'll just switch them. You'll just put them over into the cold side here. So you block off all 4 holes on this side. That way it leaves this front all open, so that essentially then we'll switch all these around. So then you're going to be wide open here. All 4 holes will lead right down into the floorboard. So when the panel goes back on, all that hot air that's rising up from the radiator in there comes right up and it pulls in down into the negative area, the floorboards. And it's plenty of heat, guys, but if it gets really cold out, that's where it's just best to eventually, if you want to, go with the Inferno heater kit. It'll bolt in here nice. There's plenty of room. It'll all bolt back in, and you'll have more than enough heat. You can pull heat in off that radiator and the Inferno heater, so you'll have more heat than you would with just the Inferno heater alone. So pretty simple, guys. Measure back 10 inches, 10.5 inches, make your mark, cut this so it stands up nice and straight. It leaves you a nice cowl induction area. Okay, pretty simple little setup here, guys. Foam, some rubber plugs, Take your time with the cut. So you won't need any of this other stuff. It's as simple as that. Stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna show you a video of this thing in action so you can see the airflow and how simple it is to get it into the machine. Okay, guys. See you around.